There's someone on TikTok that apparently got fired for expired K-pops, and I want to delve into this. Now, before I say anything further, I did first hear about this from Social Symone. If you haven't seen her, check her out. Love her content. Always talking about money, common sense, people's job, and stuff like that. But this is something I wanted to talk about specifically because it's very interesting. So let's get into it.
I'm literally so sad right now, guys, because I just got fired from Starbucks over 4 cake pops that were expired. So, for those of you who don't know, Starbucks pays for my scholarship through ASU, and I literally was a shift supervisor there for a little bit over a year. And I took once 4 cake pops that were in the pastry case for my kids that were expired. Yeah, I got
Damn,
fired over that. Even
over
though I
four.
agreed to pay the $20, they called me from loss prevention and they asked me to pay the amount, which came out to like a total of $50 because I also took a cheese Danish
Wait,
once. They had
huh?
everything recorded, and the bagel
Excuse
one. So
me?
it came out to like, and the turmeric shot once. So it
Wait,
came out to like $50, and they told me I had to pay the partial amount, $20
wait,
for
wait,
that
wait,
one
wait, wait, wait,
cheese
wait, wait,
Danish
wait,
one.
wait, wait, wait. Did you take 4 expired cake pops, or did you take the whole display? Like, what's going on here? All right, we're back in business. We went from 4 expired cake pops to a cheese Danish and turmeric shots.
They told me I had to pay the partial amount, $20, which I agreed. Told them I'll pay it with my debit card, I'll pay it. But it did not guarantee my job because they still fired me. And what pisses me off is
Yeah,
that these
because at that
ones, so
point
it came out to like,
you
and the
stole.
turmeric shot once. They had everything recorded. Came out to like a
Especially, you're
total
like,
of
they had everything recorded. This sounds like they recorded multiple instances of you taking.
$50 because I also took a cheese Danish once. They had everything recorded, and the bagel one. So it came out to like, and the turmeric shot once. So it came out to like
Jeez,
$50, and they told me I had to pay the
I was gonna
partial
do the
amount,
math, but you did it
$20,
for
which
me.
I
Thank you.
agreed. Told them I'll pay it with my debit card, I'll pay it. But it did not guarantee my job because they still fired me. And what pisses me off is that these big corporations like Starbucks literally will cry over 4 cake pops. Because this is a tax deduction for them. All this food gets donated, but actually gets thrown away and then becomes a tax deduction for them. I loved making coffee. I actually loved being a barista. I had even decided to step down as a barista because being a shift supervisor was a lot of stress on me, very demanding job. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna step down
It wasn't a lot of stress for those fingers.
as a barista and just focus on my school. And then this happens. So, yeah, I'm pretty upset. Just know, guys, that you can literally get fired from a big company like this
For stealing.
simple things that don't make sense.
Stealing.
That's how big companies are. So the best thing you can do is focus on yourself, work for yourself, do something for yourself, because these big businesses don't have your best interest.
Terrible
The moment
advice.
you do them wrong, like steal 4 cake pops that are expired and steal a cheese Danish that is expired, they will fire you and
Okay.
take your scholarship away.
Okay. So here's the thing. If we're being for real, girls stole from a big company. Now here's the thing. Does a big company care about you? No, they do not. Especially not Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks. I don't care for Starbucks. I'm all for boycotting Starbucks for the many, many reasons that they give us to boycott them. But if you're going to work for any company, whether big or small, you have to understand that their money matters more than you. If it didn't, I feel like a lot of people would be getting away with a lot more stuff. Another thing, if you're creating stuff online, please refrain from using your first and last name and your middle name. It seems like she has all 3 of her names. Like, please refrain from like using any identifying stuff. One, that makes it easier for companies and businesses or your wherever you work for to find you. 2, it makes it easier for creeps or haters to find you. You're basically doxing yourself with all that information. People need to learn to stop. Now, there's definitely a lot of people that have probably done this and thought like, oh, I'm stealing nothing that's important. That's not true. What you're stealing is big, what you're stealing is important. It's important to them. You taking 4 expired cake pops, maybe they would have let it slide that one time, but the one moment that you actually started stealing something, that's when it becomes an investigation where they start to keep track of whatever you're doing. Then it goes from 4 cake pops, then they caught you catching the cheese Danish, then a turmeric shop. They were literally making a laundry list of things to catch you with, and you made it so easy for them. What makes it even worse is you had a scholarship with them. You think they gave you this scholarship because they care about you? No, they give these things out, which are good resources, and I do suggest people to go for them. If you see anything that is involving anything that will pay for scholarships or giving you healthcare or whatever, go for it, because all of that stuff is very expensive. So go for it. When companies do that, they have such a close eye on you because they don't want to pay for that. They're doing that so people like them. It's good publicity. It's a good way to get workers. It's a good way to get tax write-offs as well. You're another tax write-off. And the moment you stole from them, that's the moment they were like, oh, easy pickings. We could get rid of you and get rid of this stuff that we're paying for. Now, as for the food being expired, obviously the food being expired, I understand where she's coming from. A lot of these companies do throw out perfectly useful, perfectly fine like products or even food. But if they really wanted it to give it to people, they would have given it to their workers first. If they really cared about you, they would have said, hey, we're losing all this stuff. Go ahead and grab it. Now, you're a shift manager. They're definitely watching you. They're definitely watching everything you're doing and focused on what you're doing. So the fact that you even did all of this, you jeopardize not only your job, you jeopardize your scholarship as well, which I don't know how that works. I hope you don't have to owe. At the end of the day, what you are doing is stealing. And it shows that you're not trustworthy. It also gives this sense that maybe you're stealing other stuff. And then for you to just keep naming things, the Danish, the turmeric shot, any other future job that you try to get, they're gonna see these videos, especially because you have your first and last name on that. They're gonna be like, oh, she got sticky fingers, no pun intended. We should very much not hire her.
I wanted to address this comment right here.
So someone said, this means someone was out for you. They don't check that stuff unless someone snitches. Always be careful who you're around, guys. That's actually not true. I want to answer this real quick. Let me switch so you guys can actually see the comment. The number one thing you guys have to know is there is a loss prevention for most of these jobs and stuff like that. A lot of the times, loss prevention, LP, AP, whatever you call them, they are watching you. They are watching the workers before they are watching the customers. They see you as their bigger threat because you're the one with most of the access. Customers don't have the access that you have. You, on the other hand, you're behind the register. You're walking into rooms that no one else is allowed in. And majority of the time, customers aren't going to be that bold. They're going to be a little more sneaky, but at the same time, the workers will be just as sneaky. For example, if you go to any store, look right above the cash registers. If you go to Home Depot, cash registers have the most cameras. The person in the camera room is assisting whoever's on the floor looking for customers and mainly looking at the cashiers or the workers, because there will be so many cameras above you. And there's even cameras in rooms you didn't even know there were cameras in. People are not focused so much on the customers. They're more focused on the people that they have to quote unquote trust with all of their stuff, with their money.
Because that's true. That is exactly what happened. There was actually a girl there at Starbucks that I worked with that didn't like me at all. There was always tension since I started working there because I was an external hire and I was hired as a shift supervisor.
Also, that is another thing. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you work in retail or anything like that, one of the things that they teach you in training is to snitch out your coworkers. Some jobs, because I've worked a couple retail jobs, are so scummy that they will offer you money for snitching people out. Like you can get $100 for catching someone. And you're probably there like, damn, is my job really worth $100 to the person next to you? Yes, your livelihood is worth $100. It's not my business. I'm not sticking my neck out for the business because I don't care about the business. And I'm not sticking my neck out for you because I don't care what you're doing. If you get caught, you get caught. I'm not going to speak out for you. I'm not going to speak up for you. I'm not going to do none of that. None of my business. Don't tell me what you're doing. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. And as for the business, I'm minding my business. I know nothing. I am quiet, lips sealed, fingers sealed.
So there was a lot of baristas that obviously were not happy with that, and that created a lot of tension. Well, this girl never liked me. She went ahead and did a whole report against me. She went ahead and did written statements against me. She went ahead and snitched me out with our store manager, and she went ahead and contacted loss prevention and was even sending pictures to them of stuff that supposedly I would leave behind to later take home, which that was not true. I wouldn't leave stuff behind to later.
That's another thing. If you knew you got ops, why are you doing things? Why are you implicating yourself in front of your ops? What are you doing? Keep your nose squeaky clean. Just go do your job and go home.
Take home. It was literally just stuff that would get marked down, would be in the back, and she would literally take pictures of it and assume that it was mine and that I wanted to take it home, and she was doing like a whole report against me and pouring out all her energy and all her time into doing this. And so that's
because you were her op.
Head and looked up the cameras and did an investigation, because Starbucks has so many stores. You think they have time to be looking at every single camera, at every single store, at every single movement a partner does 24/7? No, they do not have that time. And the only way
you would think that, but what you don't know is that they do have all that time. Yes, there are so many stores. A lot of the times with businesses, you might not see security, but security is there. They're right there watching, or they're paying attention. Like, they do have that time, because if not, they would just be bleeding money if people are just stealing left and right. You might think your coworker snitched you out and that's how you got caught. That might be a possibility. Don't get me wrong, but LP definitely probably already knew you did it.
How that they go about these leads is because they get tips or leads from other partners, and that's exactly what happened with me. So yeah, be careful who you work with and who you trust. I wanted
trust nobody. Sorry, but where you work, those people were not your friends. Like, slim chance. I have 2 best friends, and those are the only people to this day I talk to. Nobody else am I really cool with. I don't hit up like that, none of that. There are people that I've trusted, and I still trust, and I know they wouldn't do me dirty. But I know a couple of them, the moment something goes awry, they'll be telling everybody. That's why I only trust those 2 people. One of them, actually, I consider them both my daughter's deal, because they have the same mindset as me, and we have had each other's back through a lot. These are people I trust. These are people I will continue to trust. But is that for everybody? No. A lot of the time, these people do not care about you. They just work with you. I got lucky to find 2 close friends.
Yes, I said 4 cake pops because that's literally all they made me pay back, which is $20.
They might have made you pay back for the 4 cake pops, but that's not what you got fired for. You got fired for 4 cake pops, a pastry, and a turmeric shot. That's what you got fired for. Originally, they were like, yo, that's like $50, but they only made you pay $20 back, because they were probably like, we know how much we pay you. And we suck at paying people. We're Starbucks. So either you can just give us half that. Just give us the 20, because we suck. We know we suck, and we put you in this position. But just give us 20. No disrespect. I mean, I don't know how much Starbucks paid. I just know when I was getting paid for the job I had at my job, I was getting paid garbage. So if I was in this position, they'll be like, yo, just pay us back for a piece of gum, bro. Like, but girl, you got fired for the whole display. Let's be honest. You stole the whole display. You got fired for a whole display.
So when this investigation started, they had proof and they had evidence of everything that I had taken home. So there was no way of me to lie about it. So I obviously told them the truth, and I took accountability for my actions, and I told them exactly what happened, because their main concern was the why. Why did I take it home? I told them I took it home to my kids. I really didn't think about the consequences, which is the truth. And yes, it did start off with 4 cake pops, and then obviously I took a cheese Danish here, an expired one here and there.
You see, when you say it like that, and then you're saying here and there, excuse me? How many times did you take? Wait, hold on. Is it more?
One here and there. Obviously, here and expired, and then obviously I took a cheese Danish here, an expired one here and there. Obviously, so
she said here and there. Obviously, ma'am, that's not obvious. Did you take 1 cheese Danish, or did you take multiple cheese Danishes? All right, so I did my research. Now the here and there makes sense. People give away too much about themselves. Not only does she have her first and last name out, but I was kind of able to find out in what state she lives in. So we're gonna go based on the prices of that state. She said it was about $50 overall total. She was only charged for 20, which was the 4 expired cake pops. If they're going based off of like shelf price, like how much they're selling it for, she is allegedly hiding information. Because when I searched up like how much it'll cost, we're looking at $17.51 with tax, right? For the 1 cheese Danish and the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake pops, right? $17.51. Mind you, this is localized towards her location from what I got looking through her page. Now, the turmeric shot, I wasn't able to find out, but I Googled what the prices could be. We're looking at $3.75 the turmeric shot. So $21.26. She paid $20 and she said that was only partial of it. And the partial part was $50. So the cheese Danish here and there, the 4 cake pops, the turmeric shot, there's more. There's a lot more. I don't know if she specifies whether they were always expired, but I feel like there's some information being withheld from the party. All of us. Information is being held away from us. There's definitely more money that was stolen. This is definitely more than just 6 items.
Pastries, they accumulated, the total came out to like $50-ish, but they just made me pay back $20, which is why I mentioned the 4 cake pops, because they just wanted me to pay the partial amount, and I even told them I can pay
the 4 cake pops don't even touch $20. I'm just letting you know. Doesn't even, the 4 cake pops is $13. I don't think it was 4 cake pops anymore.
The $50 or the $50-ish that I owe, if you want, just to make this ethically right. Literally all day they just decided for me to pay the partial amount, which was $20, and to terminate me. So yeah, that's pretty much why I mentioned it as 4 cake pops, because they're just making me pay $20. That's all I owe to Starbucks right now. Yes.
Not all you stole. Which is the thing that we have to pay attention to. That's not all you stole. You stole more than that. Like, they made you pay for the partial amount, okay, but you stole a lot more. Like, what?
Address this comment right here. Yes, I did take 4 cake pops, and I do take accountability for my actions, regardless of whether they were expired or not. My mentality and—
Hold on. It says, I genuinely feel bad throwing food away, so I thought it was not a big deal to bring the 4 cake pops to my kids. Buy them. I'm sorry. If you don't got it, you don't got it. That's the number one thing I never understood. If you don't have it, you don't have it. I understand in some cases we could be in need and stuff like that. You might need it. There's no problem with asking for help. A lot of people have this sense of pride where they think asking for help is an issue. There's no problem doing that. People will help you. If you need the help, you need the help. If you do not have it, you do not have it. Do not steal it. Leave it right there. Next time you got it, buy it. I get it. I get the sense of needing. I get the sense of, especially since you have kids, you still have to provide. Swallow your pride. No intention on bars. And just go and ask for help. Or if you do have the means, pay for it. Buy it. Because what's more important is that you continue to provide for your family, not lose your job over something so small. Your job doesn't care that you have kids. Sorry, a lot of people out there don't know and probably think their job cares about them. They don't care about you. They do not. Honestly, the moment you can't do anything for them anymore, they don't care. Kick rocks. People will feel bad for you. People, like everyone always says, thoughts and prayers. That's all you're gonna get. Like, let's be honest, people don't really care. You have to think about yourself. You have to think about your family first. The only person that's going to care about your family is you. Pay attention to your job and take care of your job. It's not anyone else's responsibility. It's your responsibility. If you feel bad about throwing away food, buy the food. I'm sorry. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. Ask for help. Symone mentioned it in her video.
An app called Too Good To Go. I believe that's what it's called. The donut shops, you can go on the app, you can get a whole bunch of donuts for like $2, $3. And it was a stage in my life where I was trying a lot. And that's how I know. Now, you might not know exactly what you're going to get, but on the website, it'll tell you what you might get and how much it's going to cost. You essentially bid for it.
I use Too Good To Go. I've used it a couple times. The way Too Good To Go works, purchase something that a company is planning to throw away, and it's always food. Like, let's say a cookie store is getting ready to empty out their tray. They're going to give you a set window from this time to this time to go and pick up the items. It'll be like, let's say 4 cookies cost like $20. You might pay $5 for it, and you'll go, you'll get it, you leave. There you go. You just got cookies for $5 that they were gonna throw out. If you miss that window, they give it to the next person. You lost your chance. I bought a large plate from this company that usually sells it for like $25. I got it for $7. It had rice, it had vegetables, and it had protein. And it was a large plate that I was able to share between me and my wife for $7. There are ways for you to get things. Like some companies, if you go and you ask, they'll probably even mark it down if it's expired and give it to you for cheaper. I do know when companies throw stuff up, they try their best to make sure that the community can't get it, which is terrible in its own sense. I feel like if you're throwing it out, throw it out. If somebody finds it, dumpster dives, whatever it may be, let them have it or give the food to the needy. Honestly, throwing it out is not the way to go, but we can't stop these greedy billionaires, I should say, these greedy people from being terrible.
I even told my manager, my mentality was that I'd rather have the food get eaten than get thrown away. So
I'm gonna be honest, whatever excuse you're telling your manager at that point, you're getting fired. They don't care. I guess they're like, hey, what was your mindset at the time? But they don't care. You're already fired. There's no way you're getting your job back. The moment you were brought into the office, you lost your job.
you guys don't know, these big corporations be throwing out a lot of food and throwing it out on the trash and everything.
They do. They do it all the time, and it sucks.
So in my head, it's better for this food to get eaten, and I obviously brought it home to my 3 kids that I have at home. So in my mentality, it wasn't with like bad intentions. It was
in your mentality, but by the business's point of view, that was bad intention.
Literally for the food to get eaten.
Also, your excuse kind of goes out the window because was the turmeric shot for your kids? I don't think the turmeric shot was for your kids. And what about the cheese Danish? Did y'all all split the cheese Danish? The 4 cake pops, I get. But the cheese Danish, the turmeric shots, were those also for your kids? And it does, someone says here, 4 cake pops, 1 turmeric shot, 1 bagel. You stole a bagel too? And a Danish. That's a pattern. It's true. The moment they start seeing that you stole something and then you stole something again, that's a pattern. And that's when the investigation becomes bigger.
Not thrown away, because I genuinely feel bad when food is thrown away. And in my household, everything I cook, we eat. I try to minimize throwing away food. I agree. That's a good mentality to have. Occasionally food will get expired and I will need to throw it away. But these cake pops and these pastries are in good condition to still eat even a couple days after they technically expire. So yeah, if that makes me a thief because I feel bad for throwing food away, then I guess it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the job, I don't work at Starbucks anymore, so that's okay.
You're still a thief. Like, I mean, what? That's like Robin Hood saying, I stole from the rich and gave to the poor. Does that make me a thief though? Yes. It makes you a hero in the eyes of the people that need it. But in the company and to the rich, you're a thief. When you get fired, you're not labeled as she did it for her family. You got fired for being a thief. And back to my point, for the 4 cake pops, that made sense. You were getting it for your kids and everything. But back again, the cheese Danish, the turmeric shot, were those for your kids? Because at that point, yeah, you're a thief. For those, you're a thief. That wasn't for your kids. That sounds like it was for you. Like, what are we saying here?
Honestly, everyone keeps telling me this, and honestly, yes, I do love.
She said, new coffee business coming soon. I won't fire you if you're my employee and take expired pastries. Someone said, what happens when someone helps themselves to your products? Do they get fired? Let us know when so we can also get the 5-finger discount. I would steal so much from you. Just don't fire any of your employees who takes an expired
coffee, and I do love being a barista, and I did like working at Starbucks, I'm not gonna lie. So yes, I should probably open up my own coffee shop and make my homemade syrups, because honestly it tastes so much better like that. I still go to a lot of local coffee shops, and I still drink coffee every day, and I don't mind spending the $8-9.
I drink coffee every day as well.
Load my Starbucks app all the time because my markouts was not enough, so I would literally still pay for stuff on my days off with my discount, So yes, I do love coffee, and I should probably make my own business and And I should probably
No.
open up my own coffee shop. That wouldn't be a bad idea at all.
That's a terrible
I
idea. So apparently she's on her journey right now to start her own coffee shop. And the reason why I say that's a terrible idea is because owning your own business isn't for everyone. I cannot own my own business. I know that for sure. All because you like coffee, you enjoy coffee, you make your own syrups, doesn't mean you should start your own business. You know what you should do? Maybe invest in selling your syrups. Try to think about that. Try to sell your products that you make and sell it to people. Make it a product that you can sell, that people can consume. Owning your own business is very hard. Even doing that, even trying to make your own product to sell is very difficult. What are you going to do when you have to fire someone? That is something that you have to think about. You have to think about whether or not you have it in you to fire people that steal from you, to fire people that aren't doing enough work. You have to think about how much everything is going to cost. Owning your own business isn't the greatest idea. I know a family that had their own business, and low-key, they were struggling, and they both had really good jobs, but they were struggling. They had a small section. Not a lot of people were coming through. They were straight up struggling. It is not easy to own your own business. It's not something anyone can just do out of nowhere. Majority of people that do have their own business, majority of them, it fails. Prime example, look at Bar Rescue. That's a TV show of so many people that were running their own business because they like to drink. Or they like to cook, and it went nowhere. A lot of their businesses failed. A lot of them even got the help and still failed. Look at Kitchen Nightmare. Same thing happens there. I know some of these are reality shows where some of it is probably glorified, but it still happens. People start businesses and lose it very easy. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Some people just need to work for other people. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And it's true. I think, to be honest, that's probably gonna be me soon. I'm gonna be working for other people. I can't do my own business. So see y'all next time. Next time I'm probably gonna have a job. I don't know. In this job market, it sucks. In this job market, it sucks. So I don't know why you would risk your job by stealing things. I wish her the best. But yeah, bye everybody. That's it.